What's going on, guys? It's Brian, aka the Prince Poppy here, and I apologize if my voice sounds a little scruffy. I just literally got home from work not too long ago. But, anyways, I haven't done a video in a little while, and I wanted to make this video just to, as we approach the end of 2017, I wanted to, excuse me, make this video just to follow up on what I said I was going to do last year, which I pretty much achieved this year, and that is be a more supportive indie wrestling fan. Now, a lot of you know I support Alpha One Wrestling here in Hamilton. However, within the year of 2017, I've been able to attend other wrestling promotions as well. Courage Pro Wrestling, Death Proof Fight Club Pro Wrestling, Absolute Wrestling Entertainment, No Limits Wrestling, and Hamilton Pro Wrestling Academy, as well as recently I attended a show which featured all talents from Death Proof Fight Club, No Limits Wrestling, and Hamilton Pro Wrestling. Now, I've had the honor to be part of two debuting companies. Maybe not exactly at the first event for Hamilton Pro Wrestling. Actually, sorry, make that three debuting companies this year. They were Courage Pro Wrestling. Unfortunately, it wasn't the first event I was able to attend, but at least the second event. I was able to attend the very first No Limits Pro Wrestling event and also attend their second event. Unfortunately, not the first one, but of the other debuting company, Hamilton Pro Wrestling Academy, here in all based here out of Hamilton. And I had the honor and privilege to attend shows for all of those companies, and I continue to do so. And of course, my home, which I like to call one of the many homes I have here in Hamilton, and that's Alpha One Wrestling. Now, I went to up until the next event, I attended every single Alpha One event this year. Every single one that was here in Hamilton, the many shows in Oshawa, and even the debuting show in St. Catharines. Now, if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. I can almost say the same thing for Courage Pro Wrestling, except I missed the first event. However, I've been to all of the Courage Pro Wrestling events, as well as I mentioned, I've been to other wrestling promotion events here in Hamilton as well. Now, I've mentioned before that I try to attend as many events as I can as long as I have access to get them via transportation. Now, in the following year, I'm still going to continue to attend my home, Alpha One Wrestling, Courage Pro Wrestling, No Limits Wrestling, Hamilton Pro Wrestling Academy, Absolute Wrestling Entertainment, and I plan to maybe explore companies outside of Hamilton and maybe check out maybe some Death Root Fight Club. Some companies I would like to attend are Pro Wrestling Eclipse, Super Kicked, and Smash, because I've heard many great things about them. Oh, as well, Crossbody Pro Wrestling. I've heard so many good things about these companies from other indie wrestling fans that I want to come out and check some of these events out if I can, if possible. I definitely want to do that. In the year 2017, I've met so many wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers I knew of, but never had the chance to personally speak to in person, as well as some big names I never thought I'd ever meet. Ever. And I'm very glad I had the chance to meet some of these wrestlers. Now, obviously, the big one is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, which I had the opportunity to meet him 4 times this year. 4 times I got to meet him. It was an honor to meet the current Ring of Honor heavyweight champion, and every time I met him, he was such a very humble fellow. And he even remembered me from every previous time we met up. Another standout wrestler I was very excited to meet was former TNA X Division champion Zima Ion, but you all better know him as DJZ. And that was at the last Alpha 1 event here in Hamilton, Final Act 8. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet all the other big stars that were on the show, but I hope to meet them in the future. As well as I finally got a chance to meet some other great wrestlers in this business. Another female I've heard of but never had a chance to meet, Jessie Mack, or the Queen of Slap, if you want to say. I finally got to meet Aria Sapphire in person. I've seen her in action before, but finally had the chance to meet her in person. Penelope Ford, Leia Vaughn, as well as I got to meet some of my favorite female wrestlers, Beautiful Bia, and hashtag 2Scoops, Casey Spinelli. I was very happy to see some familiar faces. And of course, I'm not going to leave out the fellas. There's obviously my hometown boy, All Ego Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, Ricky Shane Page, Sam Saber, Easy E Eric Kearney, Jesse Bieber, who I finally got to meet, the Barbarians. I got to meet there's so many of you guys. I'm just very glad that I've had the opportunity to meet all of you. And I also would like to thank all of the new wrestlers who I just met recently for adding me and communicating with me on social media. I appreciate that very much. Now, I also made a Facebook Live video not too long ago thanking all of these men and women for doing what they do and giving us fans the best pro wrestling action that Canada has to offer. And I stand by that. And I'm very honored and humbled that these men and women will take their time to come out to shows and have, interact with us fans. It's amazing how we can have that kind of an interaction between wrestler to fan. And I'm still even shocked today how very humble a lot of these men and women are. And I commend all of you for that. And every time I speak to one of you, it's even if I met you maybe once, twice, 3, 4 times, I still get those butterflies when I meet you, even though I've met you before. And it's like, wow. And a lot of people, and another thing is, I mentioned this before as well too, I get a lot of positive feedback from these wrestlers for the videos I made promoting these events, which is another thing that I really really increased my quantity of videos this year in terms of promoting, making my fan hype videos. I went from doing maybe one, two a month to doing multiple within weeks of each other. And this is a special shout out to someone who helped me increase the number of that, and that's my sister Cindy out in California. And I'm very happy that she assisted me with that. And it launched her with doing a collaboration with me. It's launched her YouTube channel to make similar videos on pro wrestling. So you definitely want to make sure you check her out. I'll leave a link in the description bar below. As well as my boy Tyler, he makes some amazing videos, and he covers everything Ontario indie wrestling based. So you definitely want to check his channel out. I'll leave his link down below. Now originally this was going to be like a list video, but I just wanted to kind of give my insight. Now, I don't like to categorize things in list and categorize certain people and events by number and rank and give them a specific ranking by number. I give equal amounts of appraisal to every man, every woman, every person working in the business. And they can't be defined by some kind of list or ranking. Because if I was to do a list like that, it would take quite some time to go backtrack and pick from each event that I've been to, pick certain individuals. I don't like doing that. I do my best to see everyone as equal. Yeah, I have my favorites of specific men and women I like in the business, just like everybody else. But as a whole, I see everybody as equal. I'm a fan of everybody, man or woman, babyface, heel, doesn't matter. I respect the hell out of every single man and woman in this business. And for all the promoters who do such a great job to gather all this great talent for their shows. And even if a show has to be put together last minute, I'm very happy that these promoters are very quick to satisfy the fans with giving us fans what we enjoy and like seeing. And I can always trust that these promotions and organizations will always do their best to do what's best for the fans. Now, that's basically just my 2 cents in regards to my experience in the year 2017 when it comes to independent wrestling here, specifically in Canada, but specifically here in Ontario. So if you'd like, you can share this video, comment on this video, and maybe if you like, share your own experiences on how your 2017 in independent pro wrestling has been. I'd love to hear from you. This video will be shared across all of my social media platforms. The links will be for my social media platforms down below as well. So feel free to follow me on those platforms. And until then, have a great day.